Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the FaroukaTV podcast. And this is our first episode 1, with my special guest, Razali Razlan. And we're going to be talking about his sporting career and rugby, because that's his main sport right now. So, Mr. Razali Razlan, why do you play rugby?
Thank you for having me here, Mr. Razlan. It's an honor to be part of FaroukaTV and being the first guy that you will be interviewing today. Why do I play rugby? Well, I do love rugby actually, but let me tell you a quick story. When I first heard about rugby, and this was with my cousins a long time ago, I'm talking about Alice Smith days, those are the golden years. I didn't like rugby because it was a really rough sport and a lot of people were tackling each other. There was a lot of fights, so I thought, and a lot of people broke their bones. However, now that I've really learned how to play the game and I've really learned how to master the game with more experienced players playing alongside me, such as Cameron Andreas and Josh Vaughan, I have really enjoyed the game very much. So why do I play rugby? Because it's fun.
That's a very good answer. Obviously, rugby is a big sport in the UK and possibly the world. I can hear it's definitely better than the NFL. To the Americans out there, don't be offended by that. It's my opinion. Anyways, on to my second question is, so you did the rugby straights last weekend or this weekend, and you played for the first team. How did it feel like playing for the first team?
Playing for the first team is an absolute honour. To be playing alongside those who are more experienced, to be playing alongside the boys, the people that I've grown up with in Marlborough College, Malaysia, is a truly special experience. Playing for the first team is really fun. However, it comes with a lot of responsibility. So you got to train hard. You've got standards that you have to keep up with, and there's a lot of duties that you need to, complete and stick to and do. So playing for the first team overall, how would I describe it? It's really fun. It's a memorable experience and you will never ever regret it. So I'm really glad that I worked really hard to get into the first team, and here I am here sitting right next to you talking about it.
Thank you very much. I don't know how it feels like to be in the first team. I wish I was in the first team for rugby or football or any other sport, but that's not my main focus. My main focus is this, bringing people like you onto the show. Would you care, and if it's okay if you don't want to, introduce the people in your team?
Sure, yeah. I don't mind introducing the people in my team. Let's start off with Cameron Andreas, the one and only, the guy who introduced me to the game, the guy who pushed me really hard, and without him I don't think I'll be playing second row today and really enjoying rugby. Another person that I'd like to introduce is Josh Vaughan, our rugby captain. Josh Vaughan is an absolute star on the pitch. I mean, an absolute star, and when I say it, I mean it. That guy can run, whether he's sick on the day, whether he's well on that day, he can play really well. He scores multiple tries and he performs miracles on the pitch. I don't think that we would have been able to reach where we were yesterday by coming second place if Josh Vaughan wasn't on the pitch. I mean, Josh Vaughan is incredible. And last but not least, I'd like to mention Luca. Luca is a very funny guy, but when I tell you he's fast, he's really fast. I think he's the fastest sprinter in the whole school. Captain of the sprint team as well, and the athletics team. Luca is a really funny lad, and I really do enjoy playing rugby with him. And he also gives me really useful tips on how to improve my stamina and endurance. And finally, last but not least, I've got to mention one more, Alfie Tomlinson. Alfie Tomlinson is a really strong player. I mean, what a guy. He's got the enthusiasm, he's energetic, and he's also serious, and he takes the sport seriously, which is something that I do like to see in some of the players in the team. He's a prop, that means he needs to do a lot of tackling as well, and the position that I play, second row, is relatively similar, except in the scrums, he's in front and I'm at the back, but he's been teaching me some things on how to tackle properly and how to run hard balls and stuff. And I really, really do appreciate it. Without these four, I don't think I'll be able to be the player that I am today.
Thank you very much with that, because not a lot of people can explain in depth your team, and obviously you have the team spirit there, which is really good. On to my last two questions. Because it's your last year in the school, what do you want to see when you leave in the school? When you come back, maybe in the future, you want to see what the school has improved. Maybe the strength and conditioning has improved, or the players are more better than when they were before.
Well, one thing that I'd like to say is I want Marlborough, when I come back, to have beaten SSTMI. I mean, SSTMI are a really hard team. They train 3 times a day. They're very strict. The only thing they do is eat, sleep, train, religion, repeat. Okay, we need to destroy them. Okay, we weren't able to do that in the 10s rugby straight, but I believe you guys can in the near future, for those of you who play for the first team. What I also like to see is a more tournaments. I want more tournaments, more competition. I want more people to have the opportunity to play, because last year I didn't have the opportunity. But then again, you have to also consider the fact that I had an ankle injury, which I had to attend to because I had to get surgery done. I broke two bones in my ankle, which was quite upsetting. But hey, that's the comeback story. I broke my ankle last year, and this year here I am playing for the first team. But so I want Marlborough to really have more competitions. More competitions, not just here at home, but overseas. So then more players can have experiences. We can have more teams as well, if there are better players and more good players. I just want more. Marlborough can be better. And you see, a lot of people see Marlborough as the underdogs in Singapore and in KL. We're not the underdogs here, guys. We're here to beat everyone in our way, okay? And we are a very strong team, and we can do it. So I challenge you guys who are in KL and Singapore to come play us.
That brings me to the last question, and thank you very much, because I know ankle injuries are not really, you can't help it. It's for a whole month or 6 months, you were out, you couldn't play rugby?
Well, I was actually supposed to be out for 6 months for a full recovery of my ankle. However, I did go against the doctor's orders and recommendations, and 3 months later I did a triathlon and I came first place, which is quite remarkable. But yeah.
Yeah, to those who witnessed that live and in real life with that win, that was amazing, because ankle injuries are not something to be happy about, but to be able to do what the doctors say you can't do, it's like amazing. You're proud that you have that strength. On to my last question. You can make a short bit. Would you prefer football over rugby or rugby over football?
Rugby over football, because I feel like I'm a better rugby player than I am at football. I'm quite slow at running. I mean, my 10-meter sprint is 1.8. I think that's really, really, really slow. But I think that's enough speed for me to play second row. And I feel like I have more success in playing rugby than I have in playing football. And there's more opportunities for me in rugby than in football.
Okay, thank you very much for that answer. You got 1.8 in the sprint, 10-meter sprint. I got a 1.9, so I'm proud of that, to be able to be... I got 1.9.
2.2.
I got 1.9. 1.94 or 1.98. I can't remember. I got 1.9.
Oh.
I got 1.9. Anyways, just to end this off on the podcast. Thank you for watching this episode 1 with Razali Razlan. He will definitely be around, and if you want to come up to him, and he will be open to it. Anyways, thank you for watching, and watch episode 2 tomorrow coming out. Don't know what time, but stay tuned and subscribe to this channel. Bye.
Thank you.
Why are you lying?